I've seen an uptick in activity within our office, my business, and a lot of agents and brokers I've spoken with. So hopefully 2021 will be the year we get back to a normal real estate market, whatever that may be. Real quickly, as you know, last year COVID hit. We started the year off fine, COVID hit, and then kind of got a little shaky. As a board, we did adjust, I think, fairly well. We're still able to have the meetings and our events as planned. Some of them had to be modified, but on the whole, I think everything went well. It was successful. I believe, if I said this in the past, forgive me, we did take as a board, we did take a PPP loan out in recommendation from our accountant. As of December 3rd, that loan has been repaid, or forgiven, I should say. So by doing that, it actually kind of helped offset some of the finances and keep us in a pretty stable financial position. And then even with all of our activities and still our benevolent giving to our organizations and schools, we ended the year up with $9,753.53. So we didn't lose money even during the COVID time. So I think that's good. And I'd like to thank Becky and Amanda for their leadership here at the office throughout the COVID. And I think because of that and that management of the board as a whole, we've done a positive year last year amongst all the other stuff. Coming up here this month is the January Business Conference, which is in Missouri Realtors. It's going to be held in St. Louis, January 20th through the 22nd. It's a hybrid meeting, meaning you can attend in person if you so desire, or attend via Zoom. We will put the link out there, so any agents who want to attend via Zoom can do so. And then, just in case everybody forgot, Derek is running for MR Treasurer-elect. He's been out there working the membership and the directors for those votes. I think he has a pretty good shot at getting elected. But you know, having run my own political campaigns and having Amanda manage them, we know quite well how they can make a turn at the end. But I think Derek's doing pretty well with that. At this point in time, I'm going to turn it over to Amanda, and she's going to talk about committee and BOD structure after bylaws change.
So we have been working diligently, it seems like all of 2020, on a restructuring of the committees to reduce from, I think in the past, we needed about 130 seats filled. This will take us down to about 67. Which is a huge decrease in the number of people, but it then spreads it out to have more people doing less stuff. So it'll look like a public relations committee that will have one chairman, and then that committee will oversee publicity and technology. So we'll have co-chairmans that will then be in charge of each subcommittee. Program committee, which will be in charge of events and education. So we're combining the two, considering most of the time our education events happen during events. Professional Standards Committee, which is part of professional standards and grievance. Advocacy, which is RPAC and legislative. Membership Committee, which is election, and we're now calling it succession versus nomination. And I can get into that later about the different structuring with that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And then an awards committee, which will be past recipients and then state directors. So past recipients of each award will be comprised of that committee, and they'll choose the following years. And then state directors will then nominate for state awards. And then we'll have our golf committee as an ad hoc committee. We've also will change to an executive board, which I'll be the chairman of, and then the president and the president-elect will be the co-chairs. and then an advisory committee, which the president will be the chairman of. And then we'll have co-chairs from each county, as well as different sizes of brokerages, to really give us a good array of people in there. So I encourage each of you to have your offices join a committee to get involved with the board and just see what it's all about and help others continue to grow in your markets.
Thanks, Amanda. And so a lot of, to add on to that and segue into the next topic, a lot of that stuff has come out of our organizational task force that we've had to kind of look at everything. Those committee structures are based upon MR's structures as well. So it's not as if we just kind of plucked this stuff out of the air. We did look at it and kind of try to streamline it a bit. I mean, needing a third of our members to sit on boards and or committees without recycling, it's just, it just was too complicated and it just was unrealistic. I mean, I'd love to have a third of our members actively engaged, but we know the truth of that. But none of that will go into place until we approve our bylaws changes. And that's the main reason for our meeting today. We're going to send out a copy of our new bylaws that have come out of the task force as well as the bylaw committee. What we're going to ask is we'll email them out today. We ask that all the brokers please print out a copy and hang it on your general bulletin board for your agents to review if they so desire. There'll also be a link put out to there on our Facebook page so they can find that document as to read it and understand it. Some of the changes in there are an either or change from NAR. NAR gives us options to have this section or this other section verbiage. We've changed a few of that meet the size of our board. Verbiage in there, and then obviously the committee structure going on. I would ask that if you have a chance, if you're still conducting Tuesday meetings, please, if you would put that down for tomorrow's meeting to let your agents know that there will be a bylaw change and a vote. In order to change the bylaws, we do need a vote of the members and a majority of the members attending the next general membership meeting. However that works, will either pass or fail the bylaws. The next general membership meeting will take place. Well, before we do that, actually, I guess I kind of want to get a poll. It'll either take place on Tuesday, January 27th at 9 a.m. or it'll take place Wednesday, January 28th at 9 a.m. What works best for you and your offices, Wednesday or Tuesday?
Wednesday is usually a better day for my office.
Mine too.
I have no opinion. Doesn't make me any difference.
I'm glad that was recorded.
I agree. Either one will fit for my office.
Either day's okay with us.
Okay.
Either day works for me too.
Okay. Let's then we will do Wednesday, the 28th. That way we're not interfering with the office meetings and tour, if those offices are still doing tour or anything like that. So it'll be Wednesday, the 28th at 9 a.m. Immediately
According
after.
to my calendar, the 28th is actually a Thursday.
I'm reading what's on my script, so it'll be Wednesday, whatever date Wednesday is. Amanda?
Okay.
That's, yep.
27th.
Thanks, Mark.
Will
It's
you
the-
also make that virtual for those that want to attend but don't want to be in a crowd?
It's, the whole thing's going to be virtual, Ken.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it is the 27th, I'm sorry.
Okay, okay, so it'll be Wednesday, the 27th. If the offices, depending on your office policy, want to broadcast that within your office via Zoom, you can do that. But the whole, like Amanda just said, the whole meeting is going to be virtual, as to not get large crowds together. And then voting on that will also be electronic. The polls will open up immediately after the meeting concludes and will run until, what do we decide, 5 p.m.?
Probably 4. We'll do
Okay.
4 o'clock. It'll be pretty easy. We'll just do a Google Doc like we did with regular voting, and I'll email it out to everybody immediately after the general membership meeting so that we can vote.
Okay. But my personal opinion, professional opinion, especially having been seeing the work on this, these are all to the benefit of the board, all the changes that are being proposed. It is going to make things a little more streamlined, I think more efficient, and, lead to better management of our assets. So that being said, is there any news or input or questions from the brokerages and/or brokers?
Nope.
All right, hearing none, I appreciate your time. I appreciate all of you. I look forward to our 2021 year with here at FCBR. I think it's going to be a good year. Plan on being here all year. So we'll, with that, we will conclude. And there you go, Ken. It was shorter than what I told you.
All right, well, I was keeping an eye on the clock. You got 3 minutes to spare.
So, well, we'll go ahead and call this meeting adjourned. I do appreciate y'all. Again, if there's anything that you need or your agents need, don't hesitate to have them contact the office here. Amanda and Becky are here every day. And when Amanda's not, it does go to her cell phone. And then if there's anything else anybody needs, I'm always available via my cell phone as well. So, with that, we'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. Go out and
Bye.
sell something.